Many people say that your 20s will be the best years of your life. All the possibilities that you have, all the freedom, no responsibilities, and most importantly, it's the first time you got to decide for yourself about your life. Well, this may be true, but for many of us, it's also a time of confusion, anxiety, and uncertainty. My name's Chichi. I'm 26 years old, and this is what I've learned along the way in my 20s. I wanted to be famous. Growing up, I finished my high school with 21. I was always the oldest person, and for some reason, I was kind of ashamed of it. I always participated in school activities like school bands, musicals, and dance groups. Probably just want to stand out from the crowd, you know? I just wanted to be that cool kid. But I know that deep down inside I'm an introverted person, and it ended up draining me all my energies. So much until I couldn't do it anymore. And at some point I feel like I just have lost my identity as pretending to be something that I'm not. Alone is not lonely. After my high school, I started spending time with myself. I started going to restaurants by myself. I started traveling alone. And whenever I run out of social battery, I just start spending time with myself and do things that I enjoy. This is the time that I realized that I'm an introvert. And since then, I just start doing everything by myself. Just me, alone. But it does not necessarily feel lonely. Once you feel comfortable with yourself being you will see that being alone is a skill, a powerful skill, part of self-development. You don't do things for you, you do things for the future you. One thing that I've recently learned is that sometimes you have to go through tough times for the future you. Whether it's studying, working, practicing an instrument, or picking up certain skills, but all the hard work will eventually pay off sooner or later. Even when it feels like hard to keep pushing, one day you will be thankful for the past you that have been working so hard to get to where you are today. Thinking everyone has their shit together. After my high school, I went to a university in Munich. It was my first time moving out and it was quite overwhelming. There are a lot of stuff you have to be aware of living alone by yourself, from taxes to insurance, getting the first job. And on top of that, the professor was talking non-stop about the stuff that I don't know. But the most frustrating thing is, it feels like everyone around me is doing just fine. They are doing just fine living by themselves and it seems like they are keeping up just fine in the lecture. And there's me, the only one who's falling behind. Until I talked to them and realized that I was so wrong about that. Everyone has their own battle that they have to fight. Because it seems that they are doing just fine, it doesn't mean that they are. And it's not up to you to judge how well someone is doing. At the end, we will never know what they have to deal with. Everything is temporary. Everything is temporary and nothing is meant forever. This is probably the most important thing that I've learned. Your feelings, the excitement, the drive, disappointment, heartbreaks, everything is temporary and nothing is gonna last forever. But this also sadly applies to your relationships, friends, and family. They are important and they are going to be with you for a long time, but not forever. People come and go, but at the end, this story is just about you and yourself. Don't rush, it's time to slow down. Age is just a number. Probably the best phrase describing this. Whether it's high school, university, or any clubs, I always was the oldest person. And being the oldest person in a room, it always feels like being behind in life. No matter what I do, it's like my friends are going to accomplish everything at an earlier age than I do. So I tried to rush and finish my degree as soon as possible, and I ended up overworking for years. I did finish my degree on time, but that was not the best decision for my well-being. And looking back, maybe that was not really worth it. Everyone has their own way and their own pace of doing things. So you should stick to your way and relax, because at the end, everything is going to work out just fine. It's about the journey, not destination. It may not be that obvious, but I think this one is pretty important. At first, I thought that I would be happy if I achieve this, achieve that, achieve my goals. I would be happy if I get my degree. I would be happy if I got this, got that. But after reaching the goals, I don't necessarily feel happier or more fulfilled in that way. Basically, I was just setting goals for myself and think that I would be happier or a better person if I achieved that goal. But in reality, the more goals I reach, the more new goals I set for myself. The achievement of reaching my goals doesn't feel as good as I hoped it to be. Instead of focusing on the goals, we should be more focused on the actual journey. Enjoying the process, take it slow, and enjoy the time. Happiness is the key to success. Success is not the key to happiness.